We have 44 hours of travel ahead of us. I'm not sure if we're gonna survive mentally. We'll see how it goes.
One down, 4 more to go.
1, 2, 3, go!
1, 2, 3, go!
We have 5 flights, and in total from door to door, we are looking at 45 hours of travel, assuming nothing goes wrong. What I'm most nervous about is our very first flight, because we paid for the entire trip out of points, so it didn't actually cost us anything, which I could talk about later some other time, except the very first flight. So we had to, on a separate itinerary, book a Denpasar to Jakarta flight, and the problem with that is that if this flight is canceled or delayed, even by a little bit, we will miss that Jakarta flight. If we miss that Jakarta flight, our entire itinerary is lost, and if that happens, we're looking at completely unaffordable flights to get home. It's a very long journey, so let's get started.
We're going home. We have to get home on 5 airplanes. And that's how old I am.
We have 44 hours of travel ahead of us, and I'm not sure if we're gonna survive mentally. We'll see how it goes. I'm a little nervous.
All right, so this is the flight that I was a little nervous about. We have a very tight connection in Jakarta, so naturally we are delayed a little bit. We were supposed to board about 10 minutes ago. Best I can tell, we're going to be here a little while because they just stripped all of the safety features off of the airplane. All the life jackets have come off, and then they pulled 2 ginormous tires off. They literally look like they're spare plane tires.
Or a tire pop.
What did you say?
Or a tire pop.
It actually looks like it's a spare airplane tire. I don't know if that's a thing or not.
I hope we don't miss our flight.
They seem to have fixed everything, and we are boarding our plane not too terribly late, so we should be good in Jakarta. So Lion Air is a budget airline, and they make their money on baggage, and they will actually stop you as you go through and weigh your bag. They're only allowed to bring 15 pounds on, and we had far more than that. So they stopped and made us pay cash before we boarded the plane. Thankfully I had cash, because I learned in the Philippines that might be a problem you might face. So he wanted $500,000 for the bag, and I only had 400,000, so I had to do a little bit of negotiation as we were running out of time, and he was willing to accept 400,000 to check the bag, and we are making our flight.
We made it on our plane. 1 down, 4 more to go.
Gentlemen, are you ready to come through the plane? You welcome to Jakarta Airport, Airport 1B.
All right, so we finished flight number 1, 4 more to go. We have to grab our bags and then figure out how to transfer to the international division of the airport. And then we have about 40 more hours to go.
We're doing security first.
All right, so we checked in, and they assigned us seats all separately, which was interesting. I asked the guy at the desk if he thought it was a good idea for a 3-year-old to sit by herself for 4 hours on a plane, and he said no. And I informed him it was against airline policy for them to sit alone, and he said yes. And I said, can you change it? And he said no. So we are stuck sitting separately, but we're gonna go to the gate and see if they can fix it.
Time to board flight number 2.
Chloe, put your hands in. Put your hands in. Alexa, put your hands in. All right, on 3, go team, go. 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go!
Thank you.
finished flight number 2 of 5. We have about an hour layover here, just enough time to walk a little bit, get the blood flowing again, and then we have a 10-hour and 50-minute flight to Vienna, Austria. So, fun fact for you.
What?
It's time to board another flight.
Already. We just had a very big adventure in there, but it's not appropriate to share in the camera, so.
Alexa, you ready to get back on another plane? Yeah, okay.
All right.
Is this the wrong country?
It's the wrong country, that's for sure.
Aww.
Yeah, we've been here before, but we're not staying this time.
Is it
It's Thailand.
Thailand?
Silly Thailand. Alright, next we're going to Austria.
Austria.
So we had long enough of a layover to use the bathroom and go through security, and it is now time to board our next flight from Bangkok to Vienna, Austria, which is a 10-hour and 50-minute flight, I believe, which is our longest single leg ever with the girls. So.
Duck, huh?
That's what we
Hi.
mean here. Whoa, we're on one row.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Is that my seat?
That's your seat.
Alright, so we have finished leg number 3. We have 2 more to go. We have a couple hour layover, and then we have another 10-hour flight. About 22 to 24 hours to go.
Only 2 more airplanes to go.
Tell me what you're doing.
I'm making a picture so we can remember.
Are you excited to go home?
Yes, but I'm making a map for a minute.
Is it a treasure map?
Yes.
Tell me about the treasure map.
The treasure map said, the treasure is behind the tree.
Did you have fun on that plane ride?
Yeah.
Do you want to go on another plane?
Yes.
The next one's going to be 10 hours long. Is that okay?
It purple, green, or pink?
I think it's going to be purple plane. Is that okay with you?
Yes, I like purple, so it's purple plane.
Yay! Alright, so we're trying something new. We are going to go ahead and splurge for the lounge, partly because it's such a long trip and I want to take a shower, and partly because we're in Austria and things are insanely expensive. So coffee is like $6 and the lounge is like $30, so I'd rather pay for the lounge and get free coffee.
But you don't have to eat a skin on apples.
Yeah, you eat the skin of apples.
But that's only for big kids. I know most big kids.
Alright, so that was definitely a good decision. Very happy we got our money's worth. I'm very happy we got a shower halfway through a trip.
Today we're going home.
Say it again.
Today we're going home.
And we're about 24 hours down, roughly 20 hours to go, getting ready to board a 10-hour flight to Washington. So this is the 3rd time that it's happened this trip. Chloe has been assigned a separate seat from all of us. I don't know why they keep thinking a 3-year-old should sit by herself, and we're supposed to be boarding right now. They won't give us new seats because I've been selected for specialty security screening, so I have to walk back to security or a special gate or something, I'm not quite sure yet. Take care of that first, then walk back and see if they can't give us different seats. I'm not sure why this keeps happening. It's really odd. So they're telling us there's nothing they can do about it. And there's actually like 5 or 6 families that have kids that are sitting separately. It's like their computer's completely glitched out or something. So we're not quite sure what to do. I guess someone has to sit next to Chloe alone. It's just the whole plane's a mess, so everyone's trying to rearrange seats and it's just not going to happen.
4 down, 1 to go.
So we are 38 hours down, 6 hours to go. Just finished flight number 4. And
our last flight.
what's that?
We have our last flight.
Yeah. Just one more flight to go after we clear customs here. Chloe, how do you feel after 4 flights? Are you tired?
3 flights.
Are you a little loopy?
How many times did you watch Wonder Park?
5 or 4 times.
How do you feel?
I'm ready to be home, but we're doing good. I think. I keep telling myself that we're doing good.
I'll get it. So you see it right there? Yeah, you get it. Good job. All right, cheese. Wave. Double hands.
Do it. Who's ready? Double hand.
So we just checked in for our last flight, and they are overbooked and offering a travel voucher for anyone willing to take a lighter flight. So after, I think, 38 hours now, we put in our bid, and I doubt it'll be selected. I put $600 a passenger, but I wouldn't be too terribly sad. It would pay for another trip. We just have to add 5 hours to this trip.
We did it, we're home.
Got it?
We did it!
Chloe! Chloe, watch where you're going, buddy. Chloe, can you say, we did it?
So we made it. 5 flights, 44 hours of travel. The kids did fantastic. I'm pretty sure they complained less than I did. Feeling surprisingly good. The last flight prior to this one got to me a bit. Starting to feel like I was losing my mind. I think I spent like 4 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. And we made it. Do you want to go on another plane ride just for fun?
No. Hey, what's this?
Okay. Wow.
Oh, you okay?
Wow. I think she's been cooped up for too long.
What's the first thing you're gonna do when we get home?
Play with my toys.